Oh yeah, welcome back. 6:59. We got the game's starting right now. Hold on. I meant to give myself a couple of minutes, but I forgot because I was too busy posting memes in Fresh Corner. Game 2, Breath Mints Wild Wings. We've got a pitching matchup of Aisha Badri against Mitch Pink. You're in Mexico City for this one, so the Mints are going to be batting first. The weather is a solar eclipse. Chance of incinerations today. Hopefully they leave the Mints alone. We already got the one big incineration that we wanted. And here we go. Pink quickly behind in the count against Shea Yoshida, 3-0, and Yoshida starts things off with a 4-pitch walk. Expect a lot of that today, as Mitch Pink is a pretty terrible pitcher when it comes to actually throwing strikes. They gave up 10.5 walks per 9 innings, which was one of the worst marks in the entire league in the regular season. They are now behind Soledad Snyder, so 6 straight balls to start off this game, and finally a strike in there, and it's 2-1. The Mints, meanwhile, they drew more walks than any other offense. So, yeah, expect a lot of walkies here today, a lot of going deep in the count. A full count here against Snyder. The pitch from Pink misses outside, and there's 2 walks to start things off for the Breath Mints. So they're getting things started exactly the way that we expected. That'll bring up Ooze Dolan. Of all the Mints, Ooze is the one that walks the least, with just a 249 on-base percentage in the regular season, which was by far the lowest on the team. And Ooze, showing you why right there, a swing and a miss to make it 0-2. And a pop-up. Nova Bai will make the play easily, and that'll be the first out of the game. That'll bring up Boat Hamless. We'll see if Boat Hamless even swings the bat once in this entire game. Boat, so far, has not swung. It's 2-0. The pitch from Pink misses low, and that's going to be a 3-0 count now, as Pink, really struggling out there, has thrown many more balls than strikes. And there's the walk. Hamless on 4 pitches takes first base. Here's Big Tarkanian. Big, also one of those batters that doesn't swing the bat very often. Big paired a 189 batting average, which is bad, with a 372 on base percentage, which is very good. But a swinging bunt there, and that's going to allow the Wings to get the out easily at home. And so 2 down for the Breath Mints, and here's Yuri O'Lantern. Already has hit 1 grand slam in these playoffs, potentially looking to make it 2. And there's a base hit right into center field, and they're going to send Hamless from second base, and Hamless will come in to score right behind Soledad Snyder. So 2 runs in for the Breath Mints on the single from Yuri O'Lantern. They continue their postseason tear. That'll bring up Patrick Tagliatelle, who goes after the first pitch and hits it on the ground to Harold Valley. Steps on third base, and that'll end the top of the first. The Breath Mints scoring 2 runs, just like the Wild Wings did in the top of the first in the last game. So the Mints taking control quickly. They've got Aisha Badri on the mound, facing off against the potent Wild Wings lineup. Now, you might not think it, but Badri actually might be a pretty good counter against this Wild Wings team, as they do have very good unthwackability and overpowerment. Very good at limiting home runs and limiting base hits. The Wings are a much more of a hit-the-ball oriented offense as opposed to a walkies offense like the Mints. And there is Nova Bai hitting one high in the air, right to Yuri O'Lantern for the first out of the bottom of the first. Badri will be tasked today with keeping the ball in the yard. And this brings up Lillian McKinley, who had a home run in the first inning of the last game. Even count as McKinley fouls one off. 2-1 as Badri misses low with the slider. 3-1 count now. Pitch from Badri. It misses low. Badri didn't like the call, but that's ball 4. And Lillian McKinley will take first base, and that'll bring up Soledad Drama. And Drama all over the first pitch, hits it hard, but that is going to result in a fielder's choice. So the Mints defense was all over it. So they get the out at second base. And the Wild Wings will still have a runner on first with 2 outs now in the bottom of the first inning. Alonzo Clement taking to the batter's box for Mexico City and quickly ahead in the count. Now 3-0 as Badri has lost control of the strike zone. Pitch from Aisha, swung on and missed. Clement, ill-advised swing there on 3-0. And there's ball 4. Badri missing low with the breaking pitch. And Clement will take first base, and that'll bring up Genesis Toad now to bat for the Wild Wings. And Toad going after the first pitch, and a ground ball. Liv Blather stabs it, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So we'll move to the top of the 2nd. Breath Mints leading 2-0, trying to even up the series here in Mexico City. Oh, I should have a different organist. Well, we brought the organist with us. We brought the Kansas City organist to Mexico City for the game. Just go with it. Basil Kramer will lead things off for the Mints. And an even count now, 1-1 against Mitch Pink. And Kramer all over it. A line drive right back up the middle. That'll be a base hit for the Mints. And they have the leadoff runner on for the second straight inning. And this will bring up Liv Blather. Liv, a very favorable matchup against Pink. Probably shouldn't swing the bat at all because they only need 3 balls to walk. And they are quickly ahead in the count 2-0. Pitch to Liv, and they not even thinking about swinging. They were already walking out of the batter's box before that pitch even got there, and that's ball 3. So a walk for Blather, and that'll bring up Shea Yoshida with 2 on and nobody out here in the second. Mint's offense looking like it might pop off here in this game as Shea Yoshida hasn't swung the bat yet, had a 4-pitch walk in the first inning, and now following that up with a 3-0 count here. Pitch from Pink. And Shea hits a home run deep into center field, and well, Pink came with a fastball right down the middle on a 3-0 count, and Yoshida knew it was coming, absolutely all over it. That's the second 3-run home run of this postseason for Shea Yoshida. The second in 3 games, and the Mints have a 5-0 lead. Sometimes it is good to swing 3-0. When you're just going to hit a home run, then you might as well do it. Soledad Snyder, also a 3-0 count on them. It's Mitch Pink looking a little shook out there on the mound. And Snyder will draw a walk. The Mints, still with nobody out, they've already scored 3 runs in this inning, and they are really threatening to put this game away early. As long as Aisha can keep it together out there on the mound, I really think that the Wings... Wait, what the heck? Huh. I don't know what happened to the organist, but I think we got a different organist now. There's a single off the bat of Soledad Snyder, and that'll bring up... wait, who's Dolan? Who's up? Boat Hamlis is up. The organist threw me off. They brought a drummer with him, I guess, too. 2-0 count on Hamlis from Pink. And now 3-0 as Hamlis also has not swung so far all game. Pitch from Pink, and that'll be a walk. That'll load the bases. I believe there are still 0 outs. Let me check here. We've got Dolan at second, Snyder at third. Yeah, so nobody out in the inning for the Breath Mints, and that'll bring up Big Tarkanian, who's having a very good postseason. Big is ahead in the count as well, 2-0. Looking like it's going to be a really long day out there for Mitch Pink. 3-0 count on Tarkanian. And there's a walk. Pink missing with the fastball, can't find the zone. And the Mints will push one across. They are ahead 6-0. Any amount of runs you can get, you really need to score as many as you can against this Wild Wings team, because their offense can really pop off at any time for a whole lot. Uriel Lantern, head in the count, 2-0. A very consistent theme of these Breath Mints as Lantern hits a line drive into left, and that is going to score at least 1 run. They will send Boat Hamlis from second base, and Boat will score easily. The throw not anywhere close to in time. That'll push a runner over to third as well. It's 8-0 Breath Mints. Still nobody out here in the second inning. Patrick Tagliatelle will step into the batter's box against Pink and take a look at balls 1 and 2. Mints continuing to just get ahead in the count. And it does not bode well for Pink. 3-0 count on Patrick. Pitch. And a ground ball. Tagliatelle swinging on 3-0, and that's going to result in a fielder's choice as they will get the out at first base. And Basil Kramer will step into the batter's box for the Mints with runners on second and third and 1 out now in the inning. Kramer looks at ball 1 and looks at ball 2 as well. Pink throwing 87-mile-an-hour fastballs that aren't really anywhere close. Most of these pitches, and that one well outside. 4-4, a 4-pitch walk for Kramer. That'll bring up Blather again. Blather showing no inclination of wanting to swing. Oh, just kidding, Blather fooled me with the body language. A fly ball, and Alonzo Clement will settle underneath it for the second out of the inning. And the bases will be loaded for Shea Yoshida with 2 outs. Pink behind in the count again, and Yoshida fouls one off. The 1-1 pitch from Pink misses high, 2-1. Pink checks the runners and deals, and that one misses inside, 3-1 now. And now maximum Blaseball as Shea Yoshida swings and misses to make it a 3-2 count. And there's the walk. Fastball in the dirt from Pink. And the Mints have another RBI walk here in the second inning. They already lead 9-0. We're not even out of the second inning yet. Good grief. Here's Soledad Snyder with the bases loaded. Pink once again missing wildly. There's a swing and a miss. Snyder with the big swing there. And Snyder hits one high and deep to left, but the ballpark's going to hold it. Lillian McKinley backing up close to the wall to finally retire the side. 9-0 Mints as we go to the bottom of the second. Aisha Badri pitching with a very comfortable cushion. It'll be Donna Larson leading things off for the Wild Wings. They really need to get something going. Need to keep it going too, as it doesn't really look like the Mints have any sign of slowing down here, as Larson flying out for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Harold Valley. And the first pitch misses low. Now Badri is the most leech-shaped pitcher on the Mints rotation. Aisha gives up more walks than any of the other Mints pitchers. So that could, maybe get the Wings back into it if they could be a little more patient. But Harold Valley all over that pitch and hits a ground ball to Boat Hamless for the second out, and that'll bring up Fontaine Teacup now. Teacup going after the first pitch as well, and that's a bouncing ball fielded easily by Basil Kramer. And that will retire the side. We will go to the third inning. The Mints leading 9-0. It's very much looking like this series will be all tied up heading into Game 3. Ooze Dolan will lead things off for the Mints and puts a charge into it. That's a line drive into the gap. And Dolan will have an easy double. Striding in safely with the stand-up double, and that'll bring up Boat Hamless now. Boat has a couple of walks so far in this one, and takes a look at balls 1 and 2. You've really got to throw it in the strike zone in order to get Boat to swing the bat. And Mitch Pink has been missing badly, and now 3-0 count. And the pitch, and that's ball 4. So Boat now 3 walks in 3 plate appearances. Classic Boat. That'll bring up Big Tarkanian. The Mints with 2 on and nobody outs, trying for another big rally here in the third after big rallies in the first and the second. Speaking of big things, Big Tarkanian at the dish. A big swing and fouls one back, and now looks at strike 2. A 1 and 2 count on Big. And a pitch misses inside for ball 2. And Tarkanian hits one high in the air and deep to center field. Fontaine Teacup retreating toward the warning track and makes the play. That'll get the runner over to third base. A productive out from Tarkanian, and now Yuri O'Lantern will step into the box with runners on the corners. And 1 out. And O'Lantern hits one on the ground. They are going to get the out at second, but the throw to first is not in time. So O'Lantern reaching on the fielder's choice. Ooze Dolan comes in to score from third. And the Breath Mints make it a double-digit lead. In the top of the third inning, it's 10-0. Patrick Tagliatelle makes the third out. That will move us to the bottom of the third. And the game was chugging there for a second, but there we go. Slow McDonald slowing things down. A little bit of lag. So McDonald will step into the box. Going after the first pitch. That's 3 straight first pitch outs for the Wings hitters. A ground ball to Shea Yoshida for an easy play. That'll bring up Nova Bai. And Bai takes a look at ball 1. 1-0. And we're okay, 3-0 now. The site is really not wanting to do it. My mouse cursor has disappeared as well. So that's fun. I don't know. This is a clown show, clown stream. Okay, it's still 3-0. I think something has happened here. All right. Thank you so much for following Badger Hub and Nyansi. Wait, is that Joey T. Badger? Hello, welcome. Thank you for showing up to my stream. It's not as good as yours. I'm having some technical difficulties over here. We've got an 0-2 count, and the game is freezing. So I'm going to try to figure out what's going on here. Inning 3 has become an outing, and I didn't see any of the bottom of the third. At the Mints with a 10-0 lead. We'll take to the top of the fourth with Basil Kramer leading things off. The game appears to be, appears to be showing up correctly. There we go, ball 1. Seeing the pitches now. And Mitch Pink, unfortunately, is having some technical difficulties out there on the mound. Has really just struggled to throw strikes in this one. And Kramer all over it. The 2-0 pitch right down the middle, and Kramer didn't miss it at all. Perfectly timed up, a home run, no doubt about it, off the bat into deep left center field. And that'll be the 11th run of the ballgame for the Breath Mints. Going up against this poor pitcher, Mitch Pink, who is just struggling all game long. Liv Blather will take to the box, and finally Pink ahead of a Breath Mints batter, and there's an out. There's an out for Blather. Um, First out of the inning, and that's the first time really that Pink has been able to get more strikes than balls on any of these Breath Mints. And Shea Yoshida now going after the first pitch, and that's 2 quick outs. I'm actually kind of rooting for Pink a little bit now. I just want him to, feel a little better. You can tell that all these runs they've given up have kind of gotten to him a little bit. No shame in giving up a lot of runs to the Breath Mints. They had the third most runs scored of any team in the regular season, but this is just something else. They're on pace to score about 30, which, I mean, I'd like to see it. I'd kind of like to see it, not going to lie. 3-1 count, and Soledad Snyder has drawn a walk as Pink has lost the strike zone again. That'll bring up Ooze Dolan. Dolan hit a big double last time up. The runner on first and 2 outs, and there's a ground ball. Fontaine Teacup with the routine play. And so they get out of the inning. They only allow 1 run that time on the solo home run. And we will move into the bottom of the 4th with the Breath Mints nursing an 11-0 lead. Soledad Drama will lead things off for the Wild Wings, hit 58 home runs in the regular season. A fantastic 1082 OPS. Baudry with their work cut out for him against this batter. And Drama puts a charge into it, a line drive, hard hit into center field. That'll be a single. The Wings have their leadoff batter on. Alonzo Clement will step into the box now. Runner on first and nobody out. Takes a look at strike 1 from Baudry. Baudry from the stretch checks the runner. Oh, and a great changeup that time, inducing the tailor-made double play. Minty, fresh defense on display here in the Internet Series. The Mints get 2 outs on 1 pitch. And Genesis Toad will step into the batter's box now for Mexico City. Great piece of pitching there by Baudry. And Toad has somehow made an out. I didn't see it, but that'll do it for inning number 4. We can go to the 5th. Mints still ahead, 11-0, and Ooze Dolan will lead things off for, Boat Hamless will lead things off for Kansas City. First pitch from Pink misses high, 1-0. Second pitch from Pink misses low, 2-0. Third pitch from Pink misses inside, 3-0. Will they go outside to make it missing all 4 ways you can? They do. That one misses outside, so they complete a bingo or something, and Hamless now with their 4th walk on the game. Boat Hamless has not swung the bat once. Just a classic vintage Boat Hamless performance. Of course, drew 288 walks in the regular season, and now Tarkanian with a bouncing ball to the second baseman, and they will get the out at second to fielder's choice for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Yuri O'Lantern, the hero of the last series, and there's a big swing and a drive. O'Lantern deep to center field, and that one's gone. A home run for the Breath Mints, and that'll make it 13-0. Another huge smash off the bat of Yuri O'Lantern, who is cementing their legacy as one of the best performers in Kansas City Breath Mints playoff history. And a great stat from Yancy Cat in the chat. 16 balls, 0 strikes, 0 swings for Boat Hamless so far in this game. Just the most Boat Hamless game I think I've ever seen. And Patrick Tagliatelle grounding out to make it 2 outs, I think, in the inning. Once again, that score bug lies to you. There are either more or less outs than it says. Basil Kramer at the dish for the Mints with a 13-0 lead. And a 1-1 count now as Pink comes set and a swing and a miss to make it 1-2. And Kramer bounces one on the ground. Clement right there for the Wings. That'll get them out of the inning. They allow a couple more runs on the home run from Yuri O'Lantern. Powerful Breath Mint. And we will go to the 6th. The Wings really in need of something here. I have no idea what happened to my mouse cursor. It's freaking me out. Anyway, Donna Larson makes an out, and Harold Valley will come up for the Wings with 1 out, and Baudry working really fast in this game, finding the strike zone a lot more than they did in the regular season. 2-0 count on Valley. Valley showing some patience here, and now ahead in the count, 3-0. Pitch from Aisha. Oh, Valley swinging at it, an ill-advised swing there on 3-0, and hits a ground ball right to Boat Hamless for an out. And with 2 outs now, Fontaine Teacup will step into the box for the Wings. First pitch misses high, 1-0, and Teacup swinging now, and that's going to find its way through the infield. A ground ball with eyes there off the bat of Fontaine Teacup, and the Wild Wings have a base runner here in the bottom of the 5th. Here comes the wonderfully named Slow McDonald, who looks at strike one. Now a ball in the dirt from Baudry, working out of the stretch, checks the runner at first base, and a nice pitch there on the outside corner. 1-2 now. And pitch swung on and drilled deep into right, and that one is gone. A home run for Slow McDonald. The Wings are on the board. It's 13-2. It's not over yet. This Wild Wings lineup can score a whole lot of runs in a short amount of time, but there's Nova Bai going after the first pitch, and that's a ground ball to Yuri O'Lantern, and then that's going to retire the side. Inning 5 becomes an outing. We move to the 6th. The Wings get 2 runs back. The Breath Mints, with a 13-2 lead, will send out Liv Blather to lead off the top of the 6th. And Pink missing the strike zone. Ball 1. And Blather all over it. That one a no-doubter crush deep into the stands in left center field. And that one almost left the stadium entirely. What's the Wings Stadium called? The bucket? Bucket of Wings? Almost left the bucket entirely. A huge smash off the bat of Liv Blather. The lineup will turn over to Shea Yoshida, who is all over the first pitch, and that's a single into left, a base hit. Yoshida on first base now. 14-2 lead for the Mints, and Soledad Snyder will step into the box. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. 2-0 count. As Pink once again struggling to find the strike zone. 3-0 now on Snyder. This is the Mints' weakest hitter. You don't want to be walking Soledad Snyder. And that's why they're the weakest hitter. 3-0 count, and they chased one outside the zone trying to be a hero, and it results in an easy pop-up. So 1 down, and Ooze Dolan at the box. First pitch misses low, 1-0 count. And Dolan looks at strike 1. Count even at 1-1. And Dolan with a bouncer, and they'll get the out at second. But Dolan, hustling up the first baseline, makes it to first with no throw. And so they get the fielder's choice. 2 outs in the inning, and Hamlis at the dish now. Hamlis looks at ball 1. Still has not swung once in this game. Ball 2. Boat just kind of stunting on him out there. And 3-0 count now. It's almost like Boat has some kind of repellent that makes balls just miss the strike zone. And there's another 4-pitch walk. That is the 5th 4-pitch walk of the game for Boat Hamlis. 20 pitches, 0 swings, 5 walks. How do you explain it even? Anyway, here's Big Tarkanian with 2 on and 2 out now. And a 1-1 count. Pink checking the runners. And a big swing from Big Tarkanian. And that one hit hard but foul. And Tarkanian straightens it out this time. That's a base hit. That'll find its way into left. The Mints will score 1 run. As the runner comes in from second base. And they will extend the lead now to 15-2. So those 2 runs that the Wild Wings got in the bottom of the last inning, the Mints have answered right back with 2 more in the top of the 6th. And once again, it is a 13-run lead. Now Yuri O'Lantern behind in the count now, 0-2. Pink trying to just get out of the inning. And O'Lantern with a ground ball fielded by the third baseman. And the throw not in time. O'Lantern's got an infield single that'll move both of the runners over, and now a bases-loaded situation for Patrick Tagliatelle. Is it time for Asta La Pasta? 2-0 count from Pink as they are once again missing badly. And Tagliatelle hits one on the ground right to Harold Valley, and mercifully the inning comes to an end. The Breath Mints lead 15-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Mark Trumbo is not playing in this game. Ignore that guy. Nova Bai will, Lillian McKinley will lead things off for the Wild Wings. It'll be the heart of the order. McKinley followed by Soledad Drama, and McKinley hits a hard ground ball but Liv Blather with a nice play. The Mints continuing to play good infield defense here today. Oh, this is a jam. The organist is really bringing it here in Mexico City. Soledad Drama at the dish and ahead in the count, 3-0 now. We'll see if Baudry even throws him a contestable pitch. Drama swinging hard and fouls it off. 3-1 now. And a nice pitch there from Baudry going after him with the changeup, and that'll result in a ground ball out right to Big Tarkanian. Baudry really has been executing well, holding these Wild Wings to just 2 runs through 5 2/3. And Alonzo Clement is going to get on base. That's a base hit for the Wild Wings, and so they will finally get a runner on. Here's Genesis Toad. It's my favorite name on the Wild Wings. Count even, 1-1. Baudry checks the runner at first. 2-1 now as Badri misses low. A swing and a miss from Toad. That'll even the count at 2-2. Now there is a Mexico, Missouri. I don't know if there's also a Mexico City, Kansas. And there's a strike 3 as Toad swinging and missing at a curveball in the dirt. A nice pitch from Badri had him fooled. And inning 6 will become an outing. We'll go to the 7th. The Breath Mints with a 13-run lead. Comfortably ahead in this one. Basil Kramer will lead things off for the Mints. Two and 0 count is Pink missing high. And Kramer hits one high in the air. Lilly and McKinley will have plenty of time to make the play. And that'll be out number 1 for the Mints. Evidently, Mexico, Missouri is northeast of Colombia, south of Paris, and north of Cuba. I mean, that's true, I think, of also all of those countries, technically, right? Is Paris north of Kansas City? Somebody look that up for me. Shea Yoshida grounds out, and I think that'll do it for the top of the 7th. Finally, the Mints are retired in order without giving up or without scoring a run. I think that's the first time that they've been held scoreless in a frame this game. They've been just scoring at will all over these Wild Wings all game long. Kind of makes it hard to find anything to talk about when the game is not close at all. But the Wild Wings have their leadoff batter on. Harold Valley up now with Donna Larson singling to start the bottom of the 7th, so perhaps that could be the start of a Mexico City rally. Valley with a ground ball to first base, and Soledad Snyder will make the easy play and get the out at first. That'll get the runner over at least. That'll bring up Fontaine Teacup, the runner in scoring position, and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And that one hit high in the air into foul territory. Patrick Tagliatelle with a long run and makes the play. Nice play there by Patty Pasta. That's the first time anybody's called them that. And Donna Larson takes off for third base. Well, everybody was distracted talking about the great play Tagliatelle had just made, and now Sloan McDonald with a ground ball single into right, and that'll get a run across for the Wild Wings. Donna Larson coming in to score right after stealing third base, and the Wings have cut it to a 12-run deficit. And Nova Bai going after the first pitch and hits it on the ground to Liv Blather. Routine play for them, and that'll do it for the 7th. We'll move into the 8th inning. Breath Mints leading still 15-3. At this point, Kansas City really just wants to avoid any incinerations, unless it's this guy, Soledad Snyder. I'm pushing Snyder in front of the umpires as we speak. Snyder is actually having a pretty good game today, I think, so far. I remember them doing a couple of good things. Hard to remember anything that happened when the game moves this fast, but Snyder is ahead in the count, 2-1. Make it 3-1 as Pink missing in the dirt. 3-1 pitch, and Snyder hits it high in the air into shallow left field. Fontaine Teacup calling everybody off, and that'll make the play for out number 1 here in the 8th. And that'll bring up Ooze Dolan, who also is the other Breath Mint that I wouldn't mind getting incinerated. Dolan, of course, shouldn't even be on the squad. They night shifted out in favor of the much more competent hitter Benjamin Singer, but Dolan is still in the lineup for some reason. They did tie for the team lead in home runs, but they have gone down on strikes for the 2nd out of the 8th inning here. That'll bring up Boat Hamless. Boat already with 5 walks so far in this game. There's another ball. 1-0. Pitch from Pink. Just a bit outside. 2-0 count now on Hamless. Pitch misses just high. 3-0 now. Could this be the 6th walk of the game? Yes, it is. And Boat Hamless has now seen 24 pitches, and none of them have found the strike zone. Boat Hamless hasn't even taken the bat off the shoulder. I'm not even sure if that's actually Boat out there. It might just be a cardboard cutout of Boat. This Big Tarkanian hits a fly ball, and that'll be the final out of the top of the 8th. So Boat gets on base once again, but the Mints unable to score. And that's 2 frames in a row now they've been held scoreless. So much better pitching by Mitch Pink. Mitching, if you will, for the Wild Wings. I don't think whatever Mitch is doing out there can be called pitching in the truest sense of the term. Lillian McKinley grounding out to Ooze Dolan to start the bottom of the 8th. That'll bring up Soledad Drama. Badri continuing to just go after these Wild Wings. This is, in the shadow of this offensive explosion is a great pitching performance by Aisha, who has now gotten Soledad Drama to ground out. And that's the 2 best hitters in the Wild Wings lineup that haven't been doing anything all game. Aisha has been comfortable and poised, pitching with a lot of confidence out there on the mound today. This could be their only Internet League Series appearance ever. Alonzo Clement batting now, ahead in the count, 2-1. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 2-2. And that one bounced on the ground. Patrick Tagliatelle with the good arm will make the throw over to first for the out, and that'll do it for inning number 8. We move to the 9th. The Breath Mints leading 15-3 and trying to tack on a couple insurance runs here. Yuri O'Lantern will lead things off for the Mints. 1-0 count on O'Lantern, and now make that 2-0. Pitch from Pink, swung on and hit high in the air. Soledad Drama retreating back toward the wall and will make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Patrick Tagliatelle. Tagliatelle looks at ball 1 here. And Patrick swinging mercifully at a pitch that was well low of the strike zone, but perhaps trying to just get things over with for a routine ground ball. And Kramer also going after the first pitch there. So the Mints go down very quickly in the top of the 9th. It appears they will be held to 15 runs. It'll be all up to Aisha Badri. All they have to do is get 3 outs without allowing 12 Wild Wings to come across the plate. Genesis Toad will lead things off for the Wings, and they will be followed by Donna Larson and Harold Valley. Not the part of the lineup that you want up there in this kind of situation if you're Mexico City. Toad fouls one off, and it'll be 0-2 now. Ground ball to Shea Yoshida for the first out of the inning. Thank you, Greg Kennedy. That's the famous Greg Kennedy from Reddit, who tells everybody how to vote. Everybody make sure to go to Reddit to know who to charge in the Breath Mints election. It's very important that we charge both Boat Hamless for reasons or something. There's Harold Valley, ground ball, and that'll do it. That's the game. I missed one of the outs there. A quick 1-2-3 inning from Badri. Fantastic pitching performance by them. They go 9 innings and allow just 3 runs. The Breath Mints score 15. And I'm going to need to restart my computer, I think, before Game 3 of this series, because some weird things are going on here, and I want to make sure that, that I get everything in order here. So I'm gonna stop streaming here for just a second, but I will be back at the top of the hour. The Breath Mints. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And go Breath Mints. Fresh breath, here we come. And I will see you in about 25 minutes or so.